The C&O Canal is a really special place.
This canal is just magic for me.
Anybody who's been here knows it's a treasure, and it takes a lot of maintenance, and the Park Service cannot do it all by itself.
It's a large park, obviously. It takes volunteers and people who are committed and passionate to maintain it and keep it up to date.
The C&O Canal Trust is the official philanthropic partner of the C&O Canal National Historical Park. The Trust works with the National Park Service to raise funds for vital park initiatives and offer engaging programs.
Canal Classrooms is one of our Pride and Joy programs. Over 60,000 children in the Maryland schools have come through, spent a day in the park as part of their schooling.
So for Canal Classrooms, the goal is that these programs tie with national and state curriculum. You can select from a history-focused program, a science-focused program. The Canal Backpack program takes materials into the school that teachers can adapt. This year, we were able to add 72 new schools to that program.
The pool of the volunteer teacher rangers for the Canal Classroom Corps are mostly retired teachers or people who have had experience teaching.
Our goal is to have Canal Classrooms all the way up from Lock 0 in DC to the terminus in Cumberland, Maryland.
Our really unique overnight interpretive experience, Canal Quarters, help to maintain and preserve historic lock houses throughout the park.
A stay at a canal quarters is something that is unforgettable.
We have 7 now in the Canal Quarters program, and our goal is to settle on the 8th and get moving on that project in fiscal 2025.
As we look to the future, we have 3 really critical strategic pillars that we're focused on. The first being preservation and protection of the park's historical and cultural resources.
Because of the park's request and public need, we have been increasing our level of activity in Washington, D.C., here at Butcher's Cove and other locations in the park.
Funds they've raised have supported more inclusive participation in canal events, the Canal for All program.
We really work to raise support for towpath resurfacing efforts to make the towpath accessible for everyone who wants to access the park. The next pillar is really focused on natural resource conservation and enhancing the park's biodiversity through protecting and preserving rare, threatened, and endangered plant species. And finally, our third strategic pillar, building a robust canal community in support of the park's stewardship.
So one of the ways that our corporate partners help the Trust is a financial donation to help support Canal Community Days and other programs. And in return, their employees get a day where they get to help their community.
Many of us live here in our nation's capital, and knowing that the Canal Trust is stewarding this beautiful space so that so many of us can enjoy it is really special.
When the students come out and the little kids, we want to inspire them as the future stewards of our national parks. So we ask everybody,
Love the park.
Help the Trust.
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 Love the park, help the trust.